So Aishwarya, tell us a little bit about your background. You have, I see on LinkedIn that you had illustrious career at Levers in marketing, and then you worked with a lot of startups, Ferlenco, Ola. I'll not ask about Ola days, and many in fractional roles also. So how has your journey as a marketer been, and has that helped you think through defining a very clear and solid proposition for Tuko Kids?
Right out of B school, after a short stint with Cadbury, I moved to Levers. And Levers is everything that the urban legend talks about: 2.5 years, 3 years in sales, and then about 12 years in marketing. Um, it's a Unilever Academy, right? I mean, it was a 12-year finishing school for me, and as for anyone else who's been there. The way they build the fundamental blocks of marketing for you, and I don't think that changes. Whether you're marketing a soap or a motor oil, right? The tenets remain the same. Amazing, what do you call it? Foundational learning on marketing. Got to also handle lots of categories.
Hmm.
More importantly,
Like
I
what all
think
categories did you?
I was in, first I was water purifiers, then I was handling Brew, the coffee brand,
Hmm.
then I was handling Kisan,
Hmm.
then Tony and Guy, TG, the salon brand, and so
Okay.
on and so forth. So across categories. It is, I think it's extremely foundational. The learning and the foundation that Unilever gives you, it's very hard to get. I've heard Proctor's is also like that. Um, but more importantly, I think this is where I realized that my love is for selling physical products.
Okay.
एक product जो हम देख सकते हैं,
The touch and feel.
touch and feel. And for me, personal care was always it,
Hmm.
rather than foods, because I don't understand foods that well.
Hmm.
But personal care is very much something I intuitively felt I understood.
Hmm.
So I think that's two things Levers did. Then I moved on to Ferlenco, where I was looking after growth and marketing.
Hmm.
Unilever का ये है कि, I mean, at that time, now things are very different, but at that time it was like, YouTube pre-rolls पे पैसे डाल दो, बाकी सब offline पे डाल दो.
You
Right?
push the product into GT and then things.
Yeah, online was a very let's do it because we have to. Let's do it because let's spend that extra 5% budget on it at the time. Now it's very different again. Ferlenco was like a digital masterclass for me, right? Because what is Google, what is Meta, how do you sort of advertise, what is ROAS, what is CAC? That entire thing, I don't think I had that context at all when it was Unilever. And these are all taught by kids who are way younger and way smarter than me.
Yes.
In Ferlenco. So I think a lot of digital growth, how to think of even CM1, CM2, all of that, where I think in Unilever we still had that sense, but in when you're handling it for a startup, it's a very different way in which you're so close to the entire piece. So that was Ferlenco for about 3 years. And then Ola was actually rounding off the best of both worlds, because there's an offline component, there's an app component, and there's a digital component, right?
So you have to get into installing app. Okay. CPI.
Installing app was, yeah, but I think 5-6 crores had already installed the app by then.
अच्छा, so
हमारा
the
ये था कि get them to
retention,
take more
हाँ,
rides,
okay.
with us. So I think that was there, and then that was multiplied into 3 regions. So
अच्छा.
there was India, there was UK, and there was ANZ.
Okay.
So I really felt like these three were very different experiences, and at least from a growth and marketing front, it gave me a decently good foundation to move on to starting, Tuko on the marketing growth side. On that note, I think you should also ask me how little I knew about everything else.
Yeah.
Because I knew nothing about everything.
Yeah. So when you started yourself, you definitely had a marketing background, okay? But what are the things which you learned?
It was brutal, because I think we believe that marketing solves all problems. But I realized how it was a superbly humbling experience, because I knew nothing about anything to do with supply chain. I knew nothing about anything to do with finance and business finance and operational finance, which is GSTs, and how to sort of, even now. So the other thing is also in finance, right? I think I struggled with finance, to be honest. I have huge respect for the finance function of any company, and the rigor and the grunt that it takes to sort of build this brick by brick fundamentally. It came to a point, funny story, when we were doing due diligence with Fireside, right, that the CFO came and said, Aishwarya, aap rehne do, we'll do it, because, and then I realized how much of a help is a strong financial structure is there, and how it's very important to pick investors who can understand that the founder comes with certain core strengths, but our job is just not to tell them you're not doing it, but to actually augment that kind of thing. So I think finance, supply chain, ye sab mein, I think huge humbling experience for me as a founder in this journey.
So two things which I've heard people always say is, when you're doing marketing for somebody else, you're burning somebody else's money. Now, when you raise money or your own credit card is put on Meta and Google, then the experience is very different. And the second learning I've heard a lot people say is, more than P&L, it is the cash flow which matters. कि बैंक में कितना पैसा है, so that you can give your salaries, pay your vendors.
Right.
That metric becomes a North Star after a point in time.
If I have to be very honest, Saurabh, it's not very different. Because even when you're working in the marketing function of another company, you're still looking at the overall business metrics.
Yes.
Right? I don't think we've ever operated where it's okay to spend a lot on marketing without any ROAS or return. That would be a bad marketer, I feel. So when I apply it, I actually apply it exactly the same to
Okay.
Tuko. It's not any different. Whose ever credit card it is, it's the company's top line and bottom line is my thinking. Having said that, I think the latitude of the experience, and I won't say the number of years, but I would say latitude specifically, because Unilever taught us differently, Falenco taught me differently, and Ola taught me differently, allows you to sort of have a more zoomed out view and say, okay, this spend is probably not needed for Tuko at this stage. Let's cut it out. This spend is very much needed for Tuko at this stage. Let's bring it in. But I don't think the tenets change. So, like, for example, performance marketing is a very strong component of how we spend. But after a point when you've hit your velocity of 3.5, 4 crores, you know that perf is only going to have a diminishing marginal utility over time. But you bring in brand after that a little bit. So the wisdom for me is not in saying that, let's do more frugal marketing. It is to say that at what stage what is needed. So that, I think the latitude of experience has helped me figure it out. So that's where I would say it's slightly different.